This is Justin with Style as Substance.
Shino, 何ぼんやりしてんだ?
Akira Kurosawa's classic film Seven Samurai explores class and gender roles in Japan during the 1580s. The farmers and the samurai alike have come to accept the social system for how it is. Any deviation from it is considered either threatening, like the nameless bandits who serve as the antagonist, or as dishonorable, like the farmer girl Shino and her relationship with the samurai Katsushirō. Knowing that they will be attacked by the bandits, the village seeks protection by gathering together 7 samurai. The village knows that the samurai have a tendency to abuse power and take women as they please, whether it be through rape or through seduction. But they recognize their individual interests and concerns must be discarded to some extent in favor of meeting the collective goal. In some ways, the villagers are also concerned that the girls of the town will swoon over the samurai, which the samurai may take advantage of, causing more harm. This disturbs Shino's father Manzo. He feels as though he must go against the grain in order to protect his daughter from the samurai. At least that's how he sees it. Other men state that Shino is attractive, and even Manzo cannot help but be stunned by his daughter's hair. I would not say that this is ancestral necessarily, but definitely puritanical and possessive. He instructs her to cut her hair and dress as a man in order to stay safe.
Shino,
She does not consent to this, but ultimately the father does get his way, for some time anyway. Other men judge his actions, as he was clearly putting his daughter first and the town second. Some men appear perfectly fine with allowing the village women to be seduced or raped by the samurai, because the samurai are their protectors. However, others recognize the importance of the individualist concerns, as they want their daughters protected from potential harm as well. Manzo is only the one to take action, but his plight is shared among his peers. However, the samurai see through the lie, and Katsushirō and Shino fall for one another. Shino states that she wishes she were born among samurai rather than at the farm, so that the two of them could be together. Characters in Seven Samurai have come to accept the class divide to the point that it can be difficult for them to think outside of it, even if it is arbitrary in their minds. Yet Kikuchiyo, in a fit of rage, reveals that he was a farmer before assuming the identity of a samurai. He becomes accepted despite this, and is treated as a samurai just like the rest. Though he is definitely critical of the samurai, as is the film. Kikuchiyo states that many of society's issues are a result of the samurai's position within it. Samurai feel that they have the power to do as they wish and enforce their will on others, which only leads to more issues. The villagers' lives are devastated by the samurai and their actions. As we can see within the villagers' reactions to Manzo, people will also accept the samurai and their abuse of power. The very idea of samurai as a force of masculine power that impacts men and women of villages alike is criticized within this moment of introspection. The fellow samurai go from being mad to becoming guilty, as it is clear that the samurai have impacted his youth in many ways. This is further exemplified during a raid, when he finds a baby crying. He is reminded of his past and says that the baby is him. The film is not shy about addressing these class issues. Monzo discovers his daughter has engaged in a relationship with a samurai and lashes out at her, beating her and knocking her to the ground. Monzo cannot stand the thought of his daughter becoming a damaged good and being with a samurai. Ironically, in his efforts to seemingly protect his daughter from those who will hurt her, he is the only one hurting her. Monzo's individual interest violate his daughter's individual interest. Some will argue that Shino is not more than a mere possession in this scene. To some extent I agree, but I also disagree. Likichi states that there's nothing wrong with two people in love, and it's better that she is with him than be taken advantage of by a bandit. While she is definitely treated in this instance as a possession by men, the message that we're meant to take away from this moment is that Monzo ought to reject viewing his daughter as a possession. However, there are definite objectionable implications by Rikichi. I mean, would beating his daughter be justified had she been raped by a bandit? I don't think so. But Shino's limitation of agency is meant to be telling of the patriarchal structure ingrained in the collective consciousness of the people. She can't resist her father's rule without others stepping in and speaking on his terms. They must appeal to the opposition. But the romance is framed as fairly innocent and commendable, and it breaks arbitrary social restrictions. She has agency, although limited, throughout the film, and this is framed as a positive thing too. She rejects her father's rules and does what she wants to do, for as long as she can. It's not the easiest thing to do, but she does it anyway. The film ends in a bittersweet and somewhat neutral way. The battle is over, and the two lovers return to their original social positions. The samurai even say that they are not victorious, but instead the village is. The samurai have long brought devastation on villages like this one, as they exercise their power on others for their liking. But here, they use their social position for the best interest of others, and as a result, some of them die. But they die for others. From this, they no longer are bringing tragedy among the villagers, but instead, victory. The film is not a glorification of samurai, it's a critique of them, and their systemic influence. It's an exploration of gender roles and class relations. It's one that is not afraid to legitimize the experiences of the oppressed. It's not afraid to show women rebel against their parents' strict control. It's not afraid to criticize our notions of heroism. And it's not afraid to show that even the strongest of men can cry. Special thanks to my patrons Jacovagenoi and George. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy what I do, consider subscribing and sharing my work around. If you really like what I do and want to be included in my end credits, consider donating to my Patreon. I usually record and edit my videos not at home, but now I'm stuck at home, now that I'm under quarantine. So if I sound a little different, that's why. Yeah. Stay safe. Bye.